vibrant, bustling. Entertainment and activities aplenty. Shops and restaurants galore. Milwaukee's Upper East Side is a vibrant neighborhood full of culture and art. I'm Sandy Max, host of The Arts Page, and today we find ourselves in one of the most popular arts destinations, not just on the East Side, but in all of Milwaukee. It's called Black Cat Alley. David Smulian is the director of the East Side Business Improvement District and the caretaker of Black Cat Alley. I sat down with him to learn more about the outdoor art gallery. David, it's such a pleasure to be sitting with you in this very unique space in Milwaukee. We're in Black Cat Alley. What is Black Cat Alley and what makes it so special?
Black Cat Alley is just a very inviting, playful, fun, charming place created about 2016, 2017, located between Ivanhoe Plaza and Kenilworth. Really right now it's a collection of roughly 24 murals where people can just walk through in an outdoor environment, take their time looking at all these murals all through the alley, and just kind of like, you know, take a little moment out of the craziness of the city and just kind of get lost. I walk through here several times a day just to get some exercise or whatever. There's a constant stream of people, everyone's smiling, they're taking pictures, and it is kind of a very unique place. I mean, people just love it.
What a transformation for anyone who came to this space in 2015, before all this artwork was here, to this outdoor gallery. How did it get started?
From what I understand, there was a professor or someone from UWM who was looking to make this space nicer for all the UWM students that were, you know, traveling through here. And I think he reached out to a local artist about this idea of creating an alley full of murals, and you know, the rest is history.
So we have 24 murals. How do you go about selecting the artists?
We decide there's a space available. We want to open up to everyone, so we announce a call to artists. I've been here about 2.5 years, and I was fortunate this past September to do my first call to artists. I could speak from my example. Last year we got 100 submissions, and then we have a panelist of jurors that evaluate all the murals and ultimately make a choice.
What are some of the other improvements in addition to the beautiful artwork on the brick walls?
Yes. So besides being responsible or the curator of the murals, we also are, you know, as the East Side Bid and manages Black Cat Alley, we are kind of responsible for maintaining the alley. When I first came on board about 3 years ago, the first thing I looked at was on the side by the Kenilworth entrance. There's just like a big drop off, and then there were some rickety old steps, and I'm like, that's an accident waiting to happen. It's like, why has no one done anything to sort of, you know, make that safer?
I was familiar with that because that was one of those, you always wanted to come with a friend because you needed somebody to hold your hand so you can take that big step down, or just loop back and look at the art
again.
So I was
just about to basically commission someone to build a fence. So then I changed it from a barrier to steps, and I just don't know why no one did it sooner. So then we've tried to cultivate this garden, and it's a special place because there was when I first planted flowers there, I needed someone to water it, and there was a gentleman that lived in a building next door. His name was Frankie, and Frankie, when we first planted flowers, watered them like June, July, and August. Unfortunately, Frankie passed away in August, so I've kind of named that Frankie's Garden. We have a small plaque that doesn't do justice. I'm planning to build a nicer plaque, but that's kind of a special place for me as well.
Tia Richardson's mural, Milwaukee Gaia Buddha, was one of the first murals in the alley. I met up with her near Frankie's Garden, where her mural has resided since 2016. Tia, we are here at your beautiful mural that is part of Black Cat Alley, and you were also one of the very first murals here in 2016.
That's right.
How did it feel to be part of something at the beginning of Black Cat Alley?
It was the first time that I got to express myself on a brick wall, and so it was a challenge, but I was drawn to the space, I think because Milwaukee is a very culturally diverse city, and I want to show that and show, harmony among different cultural groups. When you look at it, there's many different things you can see within one image. So it's like, we are many and we are one. At that time, because it was so early, it was very much about potentials and seeds. So that this is like a representation of that sprouting. But more so, it's Milwaukee Gaia Buddha because it's about our city. It's the potential that I see in Milwaukee to come together and be something beautiful, be the beauty that it is, express the beauty in that diversity that it is, and all of the potential that when those different elements come together, what we can do together. There's so much in here. I try not to define it too much. I really rather people interpret the symbols for themselves.
Through your efforts and through Black Cat Alley, it sounds like you're hopeful about the Milwaukee art scene.
Absolutely. That's been part of the development over the years, or part of the blossoms, is seeing people come together, seeing people, art has exploded. It's seeing people drawn to spaces like this, and seeing art as something that's more accessible and not just something that can hang on a wall. We're doing good, we just need to keep doing it.
It's a good journey. I'm so glad you were able to join us today. Thank you so much for sharing your art with us and for continuing to make Milwaukee a great arts community.
You're welcome, thank you.
In your perspective, what is the overall goal of Black Cat Alley?
To continue to be a space where artists have an opportunity to express themselves through murals, and continue to be a kind of a gathering space. We do have, in conjunction with Crossroads Collective, we've had the last couple of years some music series. And we have had some private events. We had someone had their 40th birthday party here.
It does seem to be a place that people are interested in. There's some interesting milestones. People are looking up Black Cat Alley on Google. Yes,
It is one of the top 10 Googled sites, like in Milwaukee, in terms of things to do. Yeah, I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed at how, because it's not like we really publicize it, but people just find it and they love it. People still can come as a destination, but other people just kind of happen upon it. They're just walking the streets and then they see this alley and they walk through and it's like the coolest thing.
It's a joy of discovery.
Yeah.
I can't go to a film at the Oriental Theater and not walk through the alley on my way home. Like it is a must-do, because I'll always see something in the artwork that I didn't see before.
Yeah, no, we're fortunate that we have certain iconic businesses here. Right in this area we have Oriental Theater, we have Ma Fisher's. Who doesn't go to Ma Fisher's, late at night? So we have
bowling at Landmark Lanes.
Yeah, or bowling at Landmark Lanes. So yeah. So
having a sip at Von Trier. There's a lot to like about this space.
Or hooligans. Let's make sure Mark will be upset if I don't mention hooligans. Yeah. And now we actually, the beauty is now that just as of last May, we were able to close off half of Ivanhoe to make it a pedestrian plaza. There is plans to kind of, again, continue to activate this space with both the plaza and Black Cat Alley. There's a lot of opportunity.
I met up with another of the mural creators, Brandon Minga. His mural, Cat's Beer, was also one of the firsts in Black Cat Alley. We met in front of his mural where we exchanged a friendly handshake. Brandon, you are one of the OG muralists here at Black Cat Alley. How does that make you feel?
I mean, anytime I can be an OG, it makes me feel pretty good.
So we are standing in front of your mural, which is special because it's an OG mural, but it's also special because you chose to go 3D. Why did you choose to not just go with a flat painted mural? What is this 3D effect that you've created?
Well, just like my life, I like to make things complicated. So I just got inspired by the way, like the subject matter of the piece, and then also wanted to work dimensionally because that's where I kind of knew my work was headed anyway. So why not be the first dimensional mural in Milwaukee? First of all, to get the image this large, I did a halftone and increased the PPI, pixels per square inch, so that it looked like it was printed old school newspaper style. And then took the bond paper prints, black and white, that came out and applied them like a wallpaper to OSB. So using polyacrylic, the paper is actually suspended in the acrylic then. So you coat it first, roll it out, and then coat it again, and then coat it again, really. So that's why it's been able to last so long. It's aged intentionally the way that I had planned. You know, it's got that gritty Milwaukee feel. Just like the underpinnings of most of my work, I like to celebrate the rich history, the industrial history of Milwaukee, and sort of play with these old images to, you know, sort of like the vintage future, if you will. Bring something old back into the present eye, make people think about it, and then also hold a glass up, because, you know, we have a lot of breweries in town.
Brandon, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing what's special about your mural here at Black Cat Alley. Keep creating.
Thank you, I will, and thank you for having me.
What's the future of Black Cat Alley?
I really want to see Black Cat Alley extended. It's a very sterile corridor across the street, but I can see either more murals, more sculptures. You know, I mean, we want to maintain this, but I'd like to extend it if we could.
David, thank you so much for visiting with me and helping make this such a beautiful, artful space in our city.
Well, thank you so much for thinking about Black Cat Alley and wanting to share the Black Cat Alley with everyone else.
Thank you for watching this feature on Black Cat Alley. I'm Sandy Max, host of the Arts Page, and if you enjoyed this feature, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get more stories about arts in our community.